Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the final game of today between Team Property and Ninjas in Pajamas. I am Richard Polskamp. Alongside me is Vince Metters Hill, and this is the final game of the group stages.
It is. It could potentially be the final game of today, but if Team Property were to win this game, they'd go 2-1 in the groups alongside Ninjas in Pajamas and also Reason Gaming. So we'd have a three-way split, and we would play more League of Legends tonight.
Yeah, this is either the last game or the start of many more. So stay tuned for this. This should be one of the best games of the day, without any doubt.
Lots riding on this game. It's going to be very tense. It's going to be a lot of action. Ninjas in Pajamas so far have looked near enough unbeatable for me. So Team Property have really got their work cut out for them. Apparently, we're about, as you can see, to jump into the picks and bans.
Okay, let's see how this unfolds. So, Team Property, they have looked pretty strong in the last match, it has to be said, against Team Alternate. Ninjas in Pajamas have not shown any signs of cracking. No real weaknesses from what I've seen so far.
Yeah, they've been pretty much clinical is the word that comes to mind. They haven't made a lot of mistakes. They haven't, therefore, been in positions where they've been behind or had to really battle for a game. And maybe that's going to be when they truly get tested from the likes of SK Gaming Prime. So we're just going to have to see how this one pans out. But Property, you know, they're a Swedish team. They're in front of a Swedish audience. I'm quite curious to see if that's going to spur them on.
Absolutely. However, banned champions, Lee Sin, clearly done their research against Ku. I think that's probably one of the standard bans I think you would go towards Ku. And obviously done their research because Hello Syndra ban. We saw Power of Evil on that one earlier. And though his scoreline didn't necessarily show how good he was with that, he was pretty damn good at that champion.
Yeah, so Evelyn is going to be the last ban here, which Ku himself played earlier in the tournament. He played Evelyn.
I think even from different teams, a kind of a mesh of different players. But first up, you can see the support player of Voidal, and we all know where he's come from. Also being showing his face in the LCS.
Yeah, it is actually going to be, of course, going back with one of his former teammates of AlexIch, which is, of course, the top laner. But next up at AD carry is Freeze.
Freeze has done incredible work this tournament, and here a bit of a cheer from the audience as well. Freeze, we've seen him on the Draven earlier today, the snowballing potential, saw him go huge. We'll see if he can do the same in this game.
Yep, and the replacement this tournament due to exams for Exile, the mid laner, is going to be Power of Evil.
It will indeed. We saw the Syndra being banned out against this guy, and Power of cannot fit the rest on the player card.
Too scary to write down.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like Power of, and then the guy just fled. That was just the end of it. He saw a Syndra play, and he was just like, I don't want any more of this. But I think a well-known face to a lot of people will be Ku in the jungle.
Yeah, phenomenally strong jungler. This time around, both Evelyn and Lee Sin were banned against him, so he has jumped to the Kha'Zix. And of course, that is going to leave the man himself, ex-Moscow 5, ex-Gambit Gaming, at top lane, AlexIch.
AlexIch. That's, I think the audience know where their hearts lie. And AlexIch, he's been incredible in the LCS, actually moving from the mid lane to top lane. So that's been a transition from he really fares. And originally he did, do the top lane himself. So this is kind of going back to basics for AlexIch. Some pretty big plays, but as a reminder, guys, I don't think you need a reminder, but it's Team Property coming out from the BYOC tournament that we had yesterday, shaping up against Ninjas in Pajamas.
And just before we do start, if you want to join the Need for Seat Dreamhack raffle, you give yourself a chance to win 2 Maxnomic shares of choice. That is going to be up on the screen at some point. But ladies and gents, back to business. We are now live on the Rift.
Team Property in the blue corner, NIP in the red. That's all the introductions we need. You know the players, so do we. We just need to see how they perform in this game. And if you're confused about the support player, just go ahead and read his name backwards and everything will make sense.
Absolutely. Well, you did just see his player card as well, so hopefully you can put 2 and 2 together.
2 plus 2 equals 6. Kappa. Mid lane, Lulu is ticking down. Has the ignite. The flash bullet from Nyx. Is it going to be enough? One more auto attack. First blood goes to Power of Evil.
Oh my goodness, that was beautiful play from Lulu. Getting the shield just in the nick of time to repel that damage, and then the tower did the rest of the work for her with a couple of auto attacks. So that was just massive from Power of Evil, who, I've got to say, has really stood up in this tournament. A lot of people were doubting him coming in as a last-minute substitute, but he's proved everyone wrong.
Yeah, for Exile, well, he's not, the official sub, but coming into this, he's definitely proved himself. He's made some big plays that have not only kept NIP in the game, but also just helped towards their victory so far in this tournament. The 2 victories they've had today in Group A.
Yeah, interesting that voice.
And just really just reading each other like books.
Yep, and it's going to be Doris being engaged upon from AlexIch. Here comes Power of Evil, and it's going to be another kill, this time to Jax. Alex picks that one up, and he will be good to go here and actually push the tower afterwards.
Kills plenty from the team of ninjas in pajamas, and then we'll see. But now, take a look at Q. He's actually upgraded his Void Spikes first. As you can see right now onto Shaka. Power of Evil comes in from the side, trying to get something done. The Flash as well, the Hell Picks, and the Glitter Lance. Q chimes in with the last auto attack and gets the kill.
Yeah, one of the junglers that you really want some kills to go down on, and he's already 2-0 and is actually hungry for that 3rd kill. Power of Evil is also coming in too. Nyx is looking dead and buried here. Who's the kill going to? Ku picks up his 3rd.
Ku freeze.
Well, speaking of Ku, he is going to be jumping on top of Nyx, who's popped his ultimate, but I don't fancy his chances. He's constantly being slowed down, and Ku now 7-0. At 17.5 minutes, could be going 8-0. Doesn't want to overextend because the Assault and Battery is there, but there's the Wild Growth, and Alex on top of it. Lulu picks up the 1st kill. Doris has to back away, but Alex is saying, no, give my mid laner a double kill, and now it's 11-3.
3 for 0 in that trade. Vardag's just offered some damage, but has already pushed away. Trunk down to 20% HP. 7-0, godlike in this game. Only 18 minutes in, and Ku is definitely paving the way for the new generation of Kha'Zix players. Vardag's almost dropping a perfectly timed heal. Will keep him alive.
This is just cruise control again. I find myself repeating pretty much what I said in the last game that we casted, where NIP, they got an advantage and they just ran home with it. And you're seeing towers falling, you're seeing Q getting ridiculously fed, and 1.4k to spend, 2,000 odd on Lulu. Everybody over 1,000 gold in their back pocket to go back to spawn with.
And while it may be cruise control, they have to make sure that they just don't go on autopilot, because it's easy to get complacent. The tournament, we said they were done and buried, and then they almost came back into the game as Vardax takes some hits, also gets locked up by the Fissure as well. He'll be taken down. Ku remains legendary, looking for a second. In fact, that will be going to Power of Evil as they look towards their next kill. The Living Artillery follows through, raining down on their targets, getting those Sheen procs as well from Freeze, and Shaka is just being beaten down onto his spawn pad.
Second inhibitor has also fallen from Ninjas in Pajamas. They are looking to be the second team to go 3-0 in the group stages, joining SK Gaming Prime as they pick up the first Nexus Tower, turning on towards the second, and this is going to be all she wrote.
This is game over for Team Property, but they're going to give this one last fight. In fact, they went ahead and went for the surrender, 15-3. A very smooth performance coming out of Ninjas in Pajamas, showing why they were the favorites for this tournament medals.
Absolutely, and off those kind of performances, it's hard to disagree. It really is. SK Gaming Prime also played very comfortable League of Legends. Solid, straightforward tactics that just work. So, for me personally, as a spectator, I can't wait to see if these two get matched together at some point in the tournament.
Absolutely, but we couldn't have wished for a better final game on day 2 of Group A. And everyone's still in high spirits from both teams, which is always good to see, Metas. And it was a cracker of the last game.
And also, there will be a sigh of relief from Reason Gaming, because NIP winning puts them also through, and they will go against SK. Their second, SK Gaming Prime were first. So it will be SK Gaming Prime up against Reason Gaming, and Faculty will be playing off against NIP.
They will indeed.
In the semi-finals.
Yeah, so we have all that to go on day 3, in fact, of the Dreamhack League of Legends tournament here live at the venue in Jönköping, Sweden. And I'm Richard Paulscow. I was joined by Vince Meadows-Hill, and we will be back tomorrow as well. But before we go, I believe we do have an interview gearing up on stage, but we're going to...
Hey guys, thank you very much to Paulson Metters up in the caster area. I'm Stress alongside AlexIch, a very familiar face to everybody here at Dreamhack. Congratulations, Alex, on making it out of Group A, 3-0. How did you feel today's games went? They look pretty comfortable from your side.
First game of the day, our early game was a bit shaky. I think we failed a lot, like almost everywhere, but then we grouped up and played as a team and won. And the other games we already got used, and we knew what to do and what our enemies will do, so it wasn't that hard.
Yeah, I was going to say one of the things coming into this tournament was that you guys are using Power of Evil. You've been using Exile in other tournaments. I was wondering how he's kind of fit into the NIP family here as you brought him into Dreamhack.
So we practiced with Power of Evil a couple of days. We know his strong sides. So it suits us pretty fine, and we're just abusing his strong sides and strong heroes.
Yeah, you had an amazing game on Syndra earlier today, and one of the things I wanted to get your thoughts about was, I saw an interview you did earlier today where you said that currently you're not liking mid lane, and obviously you're in your top lane role now. I was just wondering if I could get your thoughts on the comments you made about mid lane and why exactly you're not, liking the mid lane role now.
I think at the moment it's too risky to play aggressive mid lane because of junglers, and overall you need really huge jungle pressure to actually do something yourself at mid lane. So every time I try to go aggressive on mid lane, I usually die to jungler. When I play in solo queue lately, because I haven't played for 1 month already, and that's why when I tried to play it after I stopped, I understood that my skill is not enough and it will take side time again to play mid, and I don't really like it because I don't know, I find it's much more fun to play heroes like Jax and Shyvana that can just jump into 5 people and not die in one shot.
Yeah, you certainly were effective on that, the champions throughout the day. Well, I'm going to let you head back to your team because you've got to prepare for tomorrow's semi-final against N Faculty. So thank you very much for your time, Alex, and rest up well for tomorrow's semi-finals. But that's actually it for today, guys, as we head back, I believe, to the end of the day here at Dreamhack. I want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in. Thank you to the crowd as well, all of our teams. And we will see you tomorrow with our semi-final games. It's going to be SK Gaming Prime going up against Reason Gaming, and also Ninjas in Pajamas will be facing N Faculty tomorrow to see who is going to be in the Dreamhack Summer Grand Finals. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you tomorrow.
I feel your